Good morning children. Today we are going to start our 11th chapter, that is fiber to fabric, and we are going to learn in this animal fabric. So we obtain fibers not only from plants but also from animals also. So the kind of clothes you wear in winter or in the cold or in the summer, just like it is made up of different fibers. So what do you wear in winter? We wear woolen clothes in winter, like sweaters, shawls, blankets, mufflers, etc., and these are made up of wool. So in the same way, we obtain silk also from the silkworm, which is used to make different types of clothes. So let us learn more about wool. Wool is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel and other animals. So body of all these animals are covered with thick layer of hair or fleece which protect them from cold. Okay, so different breeds of sheep are found in different parts of country. However, the fleece of sheep is not only the source of wool, we get wool from various other sources also. So in Ladakh, wool is also obtained from yaks, and very high quality pashmina shawls are also made from the soft fleece of Kashmiri goat, and that are called Angora species. Okay, so the hair obtained from the body of the camel is also used as wool. So let us see the step-by-step process from fibers to wool. So for obtaining wool, ships are reared. The wool used for knitting sweaters or weaving shawls is obtained in a stepwise long process. Let us study that in detail. The first step in this process is the fleece of sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from its body. Okay, so this process is called shearing. You can see in the shearing part in this picture. So usually hair are removed during the hot weather, and this enables sheep to survive without their protective coat of hair. Otherwise they will die. Okay, the hair provide woolen fibers. Shearing is similar to how you get a haircut. Okay, it does not hurt the sheep because the uppermost layer of the skin is dead. Also the hair grow again. So woolen fibers obtained from these hairs and then processed to obtain wool yarn. Okay, the next process is the sheared skin with hair is washed thoroughly in tanks to remove grease, dust and dirt, and this is called scouring. You can see after that process. Okay, the hairs which are cutted are washed with the water. The next step, that is third step, after scouring, sorting is done. The hairy skin is sent to the factory where hair of different textures are sorted. Okay, see in this picture sorting is going on. Next step and the last second step is the small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hair. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on your sweaters, which we are called boblins. Okay, the fibers are scoured again and dried. This wool is ready now to be drawn into the fibers. Okay, so see the lastly making yarn process. So shearing a sheep, scoring in tanks, scoring by machines, rolling into yarn, these all the steps involved in the process of making fibers from wool. And lastly the fibers are dried in various colors and straightened, combed and rolled into yarn. Okay, the long fibers are then made into wool for sweaters, and this process is called rolling. Nextly, we are going to learn about silk. So what is silk? You can see in this picture, it is a thin, shiny and strong fiber which is made up of natural protein. So there are different types of clothes which are made up of silk. There is a variety of silk moths also, that is silk worms, and silk obtained from them have different textures. Commonly there are two types of silks, that is mulberry silk and non-mulberry silk. See, this is the picture of mulberry tree. It is the most common silk, and a special species of silkworm lives on mulberry tree and eat its leaves. Okay, and to obtain such silk, mulberry trees are cultivated, and this type of silk is produced in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Jammu and Kashmir, which equals to 90% production of silk in India. See, this is the picture of mulberry silk fiber. Okay, this is mulberry silk. Next is non-mulberry silk. So certain species of silkworms lives on other trees such as sal, saja and eat their leaves, and silk produced from these worms are called non-mulberry silk. This silk are muga silk, tassar silk, etc. Okay. So the kosa silk is very popular in Chhattisgarh. It is made from this worm what you are seeing in this picture, and it has taken the form of industry at Korba, Janjgiri, Champa, Jagdalpur and Raigad districts of Chhattisgarh. So today we have all learnt about silk and wool and different types of fibers. Tomorrow we are going to see about the life cycle of silkworm. So here I am ending my today's explanation. Next class we'll see more about this. Thank you.